receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone. Mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun. Give on the inside.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, wow. Complicated. Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Right on the money. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make 2 in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Finds his target down the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Move those chains without a hitch. Well, actually, with a hitch, but you get the point.
I like that. Nicely done. The defense probably should have understood the ball was coming out quick, something like a hitch, a slant, a screen, something fast. They didn't. QB gets it on the money. Receiver gets the extra yards. Easy pitch and catch for the first down.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Throws to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. So Virginia's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Second down, he'll throw it.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with the score.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find a way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they have to keep driving 8, 10, 12 plays. You're right. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. All right, guys, let's talk for just a moment about Virginia. It can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Cavaliers line up to punt it away. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. The inside handoff. Still on his feet at the 40. Still on his feet at the 45. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Golden Bears, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
He's got two. He's got two.
The give from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Handoff from the gun. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Bears! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. It didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football.
He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. The Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Leaves it with the running back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. There he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wants to throw on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep. Not able to connect there.
From the gun, the running back has it. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
At the 29-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Got a man. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. 2nd down coming up.
Pace, 27, jump.
Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. The field goal is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Sullivan. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
They got a little bit, but they didn't get the first down, and you're obviously trying to get the first down, but you try to slip in those screens occasionally on 3rd down. I like when you slip them in there and try to make a big play, catch the defense maybe being a little aggressive.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a...
Turning it on! Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Punts it out of the air. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense, you take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
And the Cavaliers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's going to take off. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The Cavaliers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make...
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. Makes the catch at the 30. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. To work up top. Using the quick game.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks, it's John. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got him still on his feet. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the air. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Cal!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out fast. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Makes the grab. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Berkeley. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside California Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Golden Bears will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On the play.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab right down the middle. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Sullivan. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 1st and goal, and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He got it. Now the lead is down to 11. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, the ground game. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the Golden Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Punt is on its way. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Now improvising. He'll try to do it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The Cavaliers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. On the run, still looking. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Cavaliers send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. The give to the back. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
To the ground. He's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Gets it past the marker. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The Golden Bears kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Caught over the middle. It's Slater. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a second down play.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Here we go, here we go.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. And the Golden Bears will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cavaliers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
He'll throw it. That's caught. It's Peters. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They're going to run it to the right. Can't get him to the ground. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the fourth quarter. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Cavaliers want to move quickly.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
Yeah, and you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock, give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
Wants to fire on second down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
He lets it fly. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now, first and goal.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
The snap sets up the throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
He'll do it himself. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Absolutely perfect. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going out.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run?
Oh, he's got some space. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Makes the catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Golden Bears are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. 3rd down play from the gun. Got it in the middle. It's Weaver. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. And the Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the inside give. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got the back in the middle. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. They'll go right back to the run. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Wisconsin delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Madison. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the Big Ten. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got it down the left. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. What are you guys doing? The Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Cavaliers want to crank the tempo. To the air on 2nd down. Throws toward the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except the ticket holders.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
The Cavaliers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Snags it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They want to throw it. Underheat, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
They've had to settle for a couple of field goals on 3 previous red zone trips. They'd love to get it in on 2nd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. They will score. Touchdown, Cavaliers. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Quick timeout called by the offense after the play. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Golden Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
And the Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. Gives it on the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the running back has it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Going to try to get it himself. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
At the 47-yard line. Now, a 4th down.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Makes a catch, 1st down and maybe a lot more. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double-checking to make sure. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.